What are your thoughts on spanking kids? Oh God, here we go with one of these ones. Okay. I personally am okay with spanking. I don't think you should spank a child for every little thing just for the hell of it, but I do think it's called for from time to time. I'm not a parent, by the way, but I was a kid. Oh, I fucking hate
You were a kid? Oh my goodness.
Really? Is that how you...
novel. That's the way it works?
I think we all were kids at one point, unless you're Benjamin Button. Shut up, okay? Who was spanked multiple times? Nothing major, but I was spanked a few times. Looking back on it, I think the times that I was spanked were completely necessary. I remember specifically one of the times I was ever spanked by my mother, and one of the last times I ever got spanked in general was when I punched her in the arm. She spanked me and yelled for me to never, ever even think about hitting her, and then I was spanked by my dad. It never happened again. I didn't hold it against her, and it probably made our relationship better. Really? Oh, yeah, our relationship. I punch you, and then you spank me on the ass. Okay, yeah, you have an awesome relationship. I don't know. In the words of Louis C.K., why don't you try fucking talking to him for a second instead of taking the easy way out? Yes. If you're going to be a lazy parent, yes, it is possible for them to stop doing the thing that you don't like by striking them. Yes, it will work. Yes, all you got to do is hit them until they stop talking. Yes, all you got to do is bludgeon them, and eventually they'll stop doing the thing. However, these are the side effects of being hit as a small person by a big person. Your brain's going to be messed up. There's going to be tension because you beat up a kid, and you're going to look at your parents and be like, I'm like a small version of a real person, and you hit me because you didn't have the time to tell me that it was wrong and I didn't know. Well, I guess now I know just not to piss you off. That's what you're learning. You're not learning, oh, I shouldn't do this thing because of a moral code that I've created or I've learned from God or Jesus or, some other principle, Murray Rothbard, if you will. I don't know. No, all you're learning is that getting hit hurts and it sucks. So, yes, you'll do things to avoid that happening to you, but are you really learning right from wrong, or are you just learning that it sucks when a man hits you in the face? That's what I think. What do you think, Kind? Peaceful parenting? Is that what they call it?
Kids, yes.
Don't do it, right? I mean,
no.
Is there really a debate? Why are people? This is like one of those issues where, like, really? This is the thing, guys. Like, no. You can take whatever you want, but I'm keeping spanking. Like, that's the thing that you gotta have.
And the thing too is, a lot of peaceful parents bring up is it's the same thing with like organic food. Just it's not peaceful parenting. It's parenting, and then everything else is aggressive parenting.
Yeah.
There's natural parenting, which is peaceful parenting, quote unquote, and then there's just aggressive.
Well, just raise your kid.
Yeah.
I hate to keep I know I hate doing this, and I'm sure religious people especially hate this, but I'm sorry. I like to compare humans to other animals and species. We're also animals. We just think we're special because we can talk, and we know we're going to die. Okay, so I'm not an animalologist or a zoologist, but I don't think a bear is going to beat the shit out of its cub. Quite the contrary. If you fuck with a cub, that bear is coming after you. All right, if you steal that cub away, Mama Bear is going to tear your flesh open.
She ain't happy.
But when it comes to raising that kid, loving parent, loving as can be. So what is it? What is it about our psyche? Is it because, like, we have, like I kind of mentioned in the beginning, we have all this, like, compressed anger and rage inside of our bodies because we're so Puritan, we're always wearing clothes. So, men are extra horny because all they want to see is, oh, what does that girl look like without a shirt on? Like it really even matters in the grand scheme of thing. Like, if women were always topless, it wouldn't be a thing that we really cared about all so badly. Maybe, but maybe not. In the fact that, like, we can't go out in public and just swear at stuff. The only time where that seems to be appropriate is when you're driving. That's the only time where your animal instinct comes out, is when you're in the most dangerous position where you could literally destroy lives. In that case, you will say the worst shit. I don't know why. But in other situations, you're like, hi, how are you? I'm just going to be this polite man. And it's like, you're a wild beast. Let's be honest, okay? You think you're so much better. You think when you die, you're going to go to heaven and everybody's going to be waiting for you, your family, and like, oh, we've been waiting. Oh, it's going to be great. We're going to have all the things you could ever want. You got to remember, here are things that we do and every animal does. We poop and we screw. These are two things that could be considered either awesome or disgusting, depending on your perspective on life. Either way, we do it. So does everything else. It's how we exist. It's why we exist. And there ain't no question in it. Yeah, people eat smaller animals. We get protein from that. That is the natural way that we exist. Sorry. Okay, if you want to just eat plants, that's fine. But, you're not, there's just, I don't know. I'm not going there. All I'm saying is that we're not all that different. So, I don't know. But I'll have cats. They're fun. Is that what I'm trying to get at? Just be friends with your cats because they're cool too. Don't act like they're so much below you. Just because they don't have the higher brain functions that we do. Trust me. Blissful ignorance, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to be an ignorant cat and sit there and be, oh, just, the world's great. All I have to do is sit here and just people feed me. I don't know. Why do they care about my survival? I don't know, but it's awesome, and I'm going to have them pet me all day. They're going to love it. They think I'm cute. I don't even know what that word means, but okay, I'm going to take advantage of that. That's a cat's life. Well, I'm sitting here worrying about, oh my God, financial problems. Money isn't even a real thing. It's this thing we made up so we could be stressed out all the time. It's like, what is this? These higher functions that all result in you being depressed. Do you see animals being like just mopey and sad all the time? Do you see a chipmunk being like, dude, I'm really bummed out. Just couldn't, there's not that many acorns today, man. I'm kind of embarrassed. My tail just not looking that hot. I'm having a bad tail day.
I'm having a bad tail day.
They don't give a shit. And yet these are the things that humans worry about to this degree that induces depression and anger and violence and bombings and terrorism and all this insane stuff that other creatures don't do. And if aliens are looking down at us, they're going to go, you really screwed it up. And I'm not going to feel that bad when we have to plunder you for resources. Let's be honest. We reached the space age and we handled it way better than you handled having your own unique thoughts.